Josephine Grace Chua Rojo, and for tonight's episode, we will talk about food, nutritional facts, and labels. So, ano yung nutrition facts? So, yung nutrition facts, ito yung nakikita natin sa likod ng ating mga food, no? So, this is an example of nutrition facts. So, we will identify each. Okay na ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng a little glitch with our technical team, no? So, we will see kung okay na yung natin. If okay na yung connection natin, so we can continue with our topic for tonight, which is understanding nutrition facts and labels. So, if you are there watching, kindly say hi and also help us promote this video by liking and sharing this to your timeline kasi we will talk about something that is very important at nakakaligtaan natin. So, yes, we usually rinireject natin, no, or hindi natin tinitingnan as long as masasarap sila, yung mga binibili natin in our groceries, but there are a lot of very important things that we need to actually understand and we actually need to know para to use it to our advantage. So, meron ako mga food products dito kasi ito lang yung nakita ko dito sa clinic. I am new in this clinic, so this is a newly established clinic of mine, opened last week only. Kaya nakita ko lang sa mga, yung old occupant nito, merong mga kung anak-anak na mga pagkain sa pantry. So, we will use that so that ma-identify natin. I will show you later kung ano yung mga nandito sa atin. Hello, Joe Laksama. Hello, Tina Collins. Maraming salamat for watching. Medyo na-late tayo ngayon because I actually just saw patients a while ago, no? So, as you know, we advocate health and wellness, and sometimes, even if my patient is an ear patient, no, nagpakuha siya ng impacted cerumen. So, what is impacted cerumen? Ito yung mga earwax natin na sa tinagal-tagal ng panahon, no, naiipon kasi hindi tama yung ear cleaning. So, kinuha natin yon, and at the same time, we grab the opportunity to share our lifestyle, which is about health and wellness. So, it takes time, kaya medyo natagalan tayo, and as what I said in our kanina na post, no, patients first parate. So, patients first. Of course, kung merong family, meron ding family. So, ganon. But I know you understand and I know that you are there. So, if you can share this also with our groups, Life Without Rice and Low Carb Feasting and Fasting Community, please do so para malaman ng iba that we are live already. I know marami na sa inyo ang very, very pro, no? Sobrang galing na when it comes to reading labels, nutrition facts and labels. Hello po, maraming salamat EJ, Sir Oni, maraming salamat. Ano ba pag-pronounce? Lilay, Alzola, thank you so much, and always very active with our group and sharing very nice and very informational, no, na mga materials in our groups, Life Without Rice and Low Carb Feasting and Fasting Community. I really appreciate all of your participations, all of your contributions, kasi nagiging mas masaya yung group natin. So, it's Friday, and it's Swelda Day. So, I hope you are doing well and is already preparing something nice for the weekend. We all deserve this after a whole week of hard work, no? So, enjoy tayo, and ngayon, since it's Friday, it is exclusive or mainly focusing on Filipino audience. We are no longer international kasi yung international days natin would be Monday and Wednesday. Kaya Monday and Wednesday, doon pure English tayo, no? Medyo nosebleed konti. So, yung doggy ko Onyx girl, come here, Onyx girl, come here. Sali ka dito. So, Tina Collins, Sir Oni, John Liam Villegas, may gamot ba sa pag-ibig? Malalaman natin comes February 14, okay? And EJ, of course, sobrang daming mga pa-heart dyan. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, since Q&A naman to, this is a Q&A episode, so lahat ng tanong i-entertain natin. Hello, Jessa! So, pakita ko sa inyo yung mga samples natin ng mga pagkain. So, this is one of the famous brand ng peanut butter. Hindi sa akin to, nakita ko lang sa mga pantry. Yung binili ko lang dito is this one, this full cream milk. Tapos, yung mga, actually, expired na nga yung mga iba dito eh, na hindi lang nagamit. So, this one is an instant noodles. Tingnan natin kung anong meron dito. And also, this one, pancit canton. Yan, may ano na, nakain na ng mayroon ng lumalabas, may butas na. So, this pancit canton, instant pancit canton. We also have iced tea na instant drink. At meron ding biscuits, no? So, meron silang mga nutrition facts. So, titingnan natin yan isa-isa. Hello, Ness! Maraming salamat for watching. And meron din tayong sobrang bigat na this one is an Italian coffee beans, no? So, titingnan natin. Kasi hindi uniform. Hindi lahat based on country of origin. Iba-iba yung paglalagay nila ng nutrition facts. So, we will identify each one of those, okay? Kasi yung iba. So, unahin natin yung pancit canton kasi marami na siyang mga ants, no? So, merong mga buhay na ants kasi expired na talaga to. As I told you, this one, mga naiwan lang to ng previous na nag-occupy ng space. So, ganon. Buti na lang may nakita. Kasi hindi ako nakakaroon ng time to buy stuff really. At saka, wala namang kakain if ever bibili ako. So, buti na lang, meron tayong nakita dito pang sample. Okay? So, bakit natin kailangang malaman ang nutrition facts, no? So, before we proceed with that, we will review first kung ano ang basic macronutrients na nilalagay sa nutrition facts. Okay? So, meron yang fats, meron ding carbohydrates, merong proteins. At yung iba, nilalagyan nila, yung mas extensive na list, nilalagyan nila ng vitamins and minerals na components. But for the purposes of this video, since we are into low carb and at the same time, yung concern natin is yung net carbs or yung total carbs na nagkakaroon ng insulin response sa katawan natin, we will not focus much on the vitamin contents, vitamin and mineral contents. But we will focus more on the proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And among that three, yung pinaka-importante dyan na kailangan nating aware tayo would be the carbohydrates. Okay? So, una tayo sa eto, paborito ng lahat ata tayo nung college tayo, kumain na tayo nito. College, high school, paborito. Before siguro, every afternoon, buti na lang hindi nasira yung kidney ko. For 4 years, kumakain kami nito. 2 pancit canton at 2 hard-boiled egg. Tapos minamash ko yan. So, yan yung parang afternoon go-to foods namin. Even in med school, minsan-minsan, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Buti na lang talaga, okay pa yung kidney ko, naagapan pa. Thanks to, of course, fasting and at the same time, yung discovery natin with low carb. Rhea Salamanca, good evening. Yes, favorite noon lang. So ngayon, alam natin, hindi na siya favorite. But alam nyo ba, chika lang ha, kumakain pa rin ako, bumibili pa rin ako nito from time to time, maybe mga twice a year. Yung ginagawa ko, kinukuha ko lang. Yung ginagawa ko, kinukuha ko lang yung seasoning nito. Tapos nilalagay ko siya sa shirataki noodles. Tapos nilalagyan ko ng pechay o di kaya cabbage para pang extender. Tapos yung pancit canton experience nandyan pa din. So at least nami-minimize mo yung kung ano mang processed food na nandito kasi yung kinukuha mo yung condiments lang. So yung patis na side o yung yung camera. Bakit? Hindi ba nakikita? Okay lang yung camera ko. Hindi ba nakikita yung camera? Hindi yung anybody else having problem? Kasi so far, okay lang yung nakikita ko yung camera dito. Anybody else can confirm? Hindi ba nakikita, AJ? So, good evening, Connie Fabuliar. Thank you so much. So, yun, bumibili pa rin ako ng pancit canton, pero yung kinukuha ko dito is yung yung seasoning lang niya. No? At saka yung oil, pinapalitan ko siya ng coconut oil kasi mas masarap. Clear po ang camera. Maraming salamat po, Sir Oni. Okay. Pero lang ha, inverted kasi front-facing camera. So, sige, magsimula na tayo. So, amount per serving. So, serving size. So, nakalagay dyan muna, 50 grams. Salamat, Rhea. Mahiya naman ako. Salamat, Joe, for confirming na maliwanag naman. Okay. So, nagsisimula ang nutrition facts Kung meron kayong product dyan na makukuha nyo within your home, kung saan man kayo, kung meron kayong mabunot dyan na kahit anong processed product, marami niyan, meron talagang nutrition facts, okay? So, kung pwede kayong kumuha para sabay tayong tingnan yung nutrition facts at sabay nating i-understand at malaman kung ano ang meron dito. Eduardo Saison watching from Estefania. Actually, yung home address ko talaga is in Barangay Estefania din. Camelot Residences, Barangay Estefania, Bacolod City. But recently, ngayon, nandito kami sa Lacson Street here in our apartment. At the same time, nandito na rin yung clinic namin. So, for those of you na makakabisit ng Bacolod, hope you can visit my clinic soon. Chika tayo dito. Libre kape, black coffee, walang cream, walang sugar. Hello, Ayeng. Good evening. So, happy-happy tayo ngayon, no? Kasi makakapag-Tagalog tayo, hindi tayo pure English. Sobra yung chika. Okay, EJ, thank you so much for confirming. Sige, moving on. Yung first part ng nutrition facts natin would be the serving size. So, ilan ang serving size? So, you should be mindful kung ilan yung serving size. Kasi, kung titingnan mo, baka akalain mo yung isang pagkain, low carb na. Kasi nakita mo yung carbohydrate content niya is 5 lang. Pero yun pala, yung serving size niya is 10 grams lang. So, ibig sabihin yun, yung 10 grams or equivalent to mga 2 kutsarita. Okay? 2 teaspoon. Mga 2 teaspoon lang yung isang 10 grams, no? So, yung 10 grams na yun, kalahati pala nun, sugar. So, you have to be mindful. So, this one, ang sabi dito sa pansit canton na ito, 50 gram yung per serving. And ilang servings kada pack? So, sabi niya is 1. Kasi, this pack is a 60 grams siya na pack. So, actually, sobra-sobra. So, maybe 1.2. But, hindi naman tayo OA. So, sige, 1 serving per pack. So, per pack, anong makukuha mo? Nakalagay dyan, amount per serving. Anong amount per serving? So, okay ha? Dapat meron kayong hinuhold dyan na nutrition facts. Kung wala man, pwede kayong mag-search sa internet. Nutrition facts of kung anong paborito nyong pagkain. So, for example, yung naiisip ko talaga na binibili ko na medyo moderate carb, hindi siya masyadong low carb. Magiging low carb siya kung konti yung kakainin ko. But generally, kung kakainin ko siya hanggang sa mabusog ako, magiging high carb siya kasi ang tagal kong mabusog. So, for example, yung paborito ko would be the honey butter almonds, yung yellow pack na Korean product. Paborito ko talagang papakin yon. But it's since it has honey already, so mas mataas na yung sugar content niya as compared sa raw almonds or regular almonds, no? So, eto, amount per serving niya, ang unang nakalagay dyan would be the calories or kcal. So, yung kcal or calories, yun yung total amount of energy, no? Total amount of energy na nakukuha mo sa ganitong pagkain. So, to compute for your kcal needs for the day, no? Although we are not doing that, pero for the sake of this discussion, average daw, kung ilan yung weight mo in kilograms, times 30. Times 30 yon, and that's your basic BMR, basal metabolic rate. Okay? So, i-compute mo yon. So, if you are a 50 kilogram person times 30, magkano yon? 1.5 ba yon? Or, 1.5 ba? 1,500 ba? So, yan yung, yung basal metabolic rate mo na meron ako dito, San Marino Chili Corn Tuna. So, very good, Ayeng. At least, meron ka dyan. Ako, nagangati na kasi maraming langgam. Maraming langgam. No? Kasi, expired na. So, yung kcal, kung gusto mo mag-compute per caloric requirement per day, yun yung average. Although, that computation, your weight in kilograms times 30, yun yung basic BMR mo, basic metabolic requirement, no? Or your body BMR, basal metabolic requirement pala, based on your BMI and general activity. So, kung wala kang ginagawa, so sobrang wala kang physical activity tulad ko, Meron naman akong medyo physical activity ngayon kasi parati akong lumalakad-lakad. But if you do not have any exercise at yung trabaho talaga is just sitting for the whole time during the day, even at night, no? So, ibig sabihin yan, yung BMR mo pwede mas mababa. So, 30 is just an average. And if you are exercising, doing extra cardio workout, pwedeng more than that yung BMR mo. So, every exercise, may katumbas din yan na calories na kailangan ng katawan mo para ma-burn. But if you are doing exercise para, for example, to stay fit, to burn the extra fats sa katawan mo, ibig sabihin, pwedeng hindi ka kumain masyado so that the energy that you will need for that certain exercise will be coming from your fat stores, okay? So, Sir Norwin, thank you so much. Support, share, and like. Yes, especially to all of our keto groups, low carb, and intermittent fasting groups, at kung saan-saan mang groups na member kayo, please do like and share this to others. Harley Marnie will visit you, Dr. Grace, one day. Thank you so much, Marnie. That I would appreciate that very much, and I hope to welcome you here again in Negros. I know wala pa kayo dito ngayon. So, you just enjoy the cold weather there for now. Ayeng, 1,620 BMR ko. That's good. So, 1,000, if you are actually doing low carb and fasting, you don't need to think a lot of those, no? But if you are still watching your weight, you want to really make sure you want to maintain it, or you want to lower it down, so, it is safe din also to consider your BMR. Meaning, para hindi bumaba sa timbang mo yung kinakain mo, para hindi rin bumaba yung metabolism mo. Especially, if you are not doing strictly low carb. But if you are doing strictly low carb, especially keto, pwede ka actually kumain mas mababa dyan because your body is mimicking fasting. Kahit kumakain ka, para kang nagpa-fasting o ayuno. Yes, pag-ayuno is the word. So, Kathy Vertudas, thank you so much for watching and supporting. Cheryl Gasmundo Cruz, hi Doc, watching from San Pablo City, Laguna. Yay! Nakaabot tayo ng Laguna. Thank you so much. And Sir Oni, Century Pink Salmon, may emergency food sa office. Wow, sarap naman yan. Minsan lang ako nakakita niyan, sir. Parang favorite ka talaga yung salmon. Salmon. Favorite na fish ko would be salmon, blue marlin, at kahit bangus na walang tinik. So, boneless bangus. At kahit anong isda, basta't malalaki. Kasi wala akong patience kumain ng maliliit na isda. Amabel, good evening. I hope Cebu is doing well. I miss Cebu and I hope to visit Cebu sometime early this year. Okay? Kapag medyo okay na yung mga bagay-bagay. Merry Chris Kaday. Good evening. Clarinda Vegasco. Good evening. Sige. To continue, so, yung number 1 dyan is calories. So, sabi niya dito, yung isang pakete nito is actually 253 kcal. So, 253 kcal. So, for example, si Ayeng, kasi si Ayeng, siya ang sumulat sa siya ang sumulat ng kanyang BMR na 1.6. So, 253 is somewhat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 1/6, no? 1/6, no, of her daily requirement na BMR. So, kung kakain ka pala ng 6 na pansit canton in a day kay Ayeng, lagpas na or so tama na sa kanyang BMR yung kinakain nito. And imagine ilan kaya ang kaya mong ubusin in a day, like if ito lang kakainin mo. But we don't do that, especially na hindi natin malaman kung ano yung other components nito. So after the calories, at least it will give you ano ang yung total calories. So you have to know that per gram of fats or taba or oil is equal to 9 kilocalorie. So, 9 kcal. Kaya, yung isang kutsara lang ng coconut oil or ng olive oil, ang katumbas na actually niya, na energy would be around dalawang cup ng rice. 2 cups of rice na. Ganon ka energy dense yung fats. Okay? And energy dense yung fats, which is, pwede siyang nakakataba, only if kakainin mo ito together with insulin spiking food, which is carbohydrates. That's why kapag gusto mong kumain ng taba, kumain ka ng taba lang. Kung may kasama man, you accompany it with proteins and not carbohydrates. Because otherwise, kapag kumakain ka ng oily foods and fatty foods na may kasamang carbohydrates, matatamis o kahit hindi matatamis but very starchy, mataas yung starch, mataas yung total carbohydrate contents or net carbs. Yes, we will discuss later kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng net carbs. Malalaman natin. So, kapag kumakain tayo niyan, malaking chance na yung taba na kinain mo, hindi mababurn, hindi siya mako-convert into energy, but mag-stagnate lang siya as fats either sa katawan mo. Hello Mona, thank you for dropping by. And also, kung hindi man siya magiging stuck as taba sa katawan mo, pwede siyang mag-stuck as taba sa iyong blood vessels na magkakaroon ng risk for heart attack kasi na pumupuno siya sa blood vessels mo. So, it's very important to make sure na yung kinakain mong fatty and high protein foods will not be together with carbohydrates. So, yun yung calories natin. So, kailangan nating malaman saan galing ang 263 pala, 263 na carbohydrates na ito, na calories na ito. So, sabi dito, total fats in grams is 11. So, that is 11 grams, no? So, kung 11 yan, times 9, di ba sabi natin per gram of fats, per gram of oil and fats, no, is 9, no? So, 11 times 9, so that is 99 na yon. So, imagine mo, 263 of that pancit canton, halos kalahati or, 2/5, no? Or 40% ng buong ganito, yung calories pala ay nanggaling lang sa konting oil na nakasama sa seasoning nito. Okay? So, out of that total fat, usually, dinidivide yan. So, yung dalawang nakadivide dito, so, merong spacing. Yung total fat, nasa ganito talaga. And then, merong indentation, may space. Ibig sabihin, yan yung component ng total fat. So, sabi dito, saturated fat is 6. So, out of that total fat, yung saturated fat niyan is 6. So, we understand that saturated fat is not bad really, especially if it's coming from coconut oil. Pero, yung problema natin dyan, saan galing ang oil niya? So, pwede natin tingnan yung kanyang ingredients. So, sabi dito, yung ingredients niya sa oil ay nasaan dito? Oil, vegetable oil. So, hindi nila nilagyan kung coconut oil. So, be careful talaga kapag nakalagay ng vegetable oil because not all vegetable are good sources of oils, no? The only good source of oil na vegetable are those naturally oily talaga nung hindi kailangan i-process masyado para lumabas yung oil extract. So, yung pinaka-importante and pinaka-healthy na source of oil would be coconut oil and of course, olive oil kung raw eating. Raw oil na eating yung kailangan natin. Other forms, medyo expensive nga lang. Merong macadamia oil, merong mga almond oil, and at the same time, meron ding avocado oil. Pero kahit maraming avocado dito, wala kang masyadong makikitang avocado oil na medyo hindi expensive. So, the safest, the cheapest, the most affordable, and readily available sa lahat would be coconut oil. So, eto, saturated fat niya is 6 out of 11. Tapos, nilalagay nila kung ilang grams yung trans fat. Kasi yung trans fat, yun yung among unhealthy fats, no? Ito yung pinaka-bad, no? Worst kind of fat talaga yung trans fat. So, ginawa ng FDA, ginawa ng requirement na dapat ang trans fat, amount of trans fat, dapat nilalagay na sa label so that malalaman ng tao if how much trans fat he is taking. So, good thing na eto, 0 trans fat. Ang problema lang, 6 minus 11, meron pang 4. So, yung question yan, ano yung 4? Since hindi siya saturated fat, hindi din siya trans fat, so ano siya? Anong klaseng fat siya? So, maraming hidden kinds of fats and oils na hindi natin alam. So, marami. So, ang yung mga masama talaga would be the hydrogenated fats, no? Or ang very highly processed fats or mga shortening, yung mga margarine. So, if meron yan, baka yun yung mga nagsasabi sa atin na yung mga processed foods is very unhealthy talaga because those foods are highly inflammatory. So, hindi natin alam. So, sa fats pa lang tayo, alam na natin na merong hidden fats, no? Na hidden fats na hindi natin alam kung ano yung component. So, we just know that out of 11 total fats, yung 6 niya is saturated fats, but the remaining 4, no? Tama ba? 4? 5 pala. Sorry. Total fats, 11 minus 6 equals 5. Okay? Yung 5 na fats na yon, hindi natin alam kung anong klaseng fats na yon. So, that's why we have to avoid it altogether. So, if ever, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, kung bumibili ako nito, kinukuha ko lang yung seasoning. Kasi yung pinakamalasa lang naman dito is just the seasoning talaga. So, yung oil, hindi ko na rin sinasama. And I just replace it with either butter na mas masarap. Sige lang, okay lang. Come here, Loki. Come here. Dali ka. My Loki boy is here. Come here. Aww. Come here. Sige. My nephew Loki is here. Ilagay mo siya dito, Bob. So, my brother is here. Nandito kami. Sige. So, sabay tayo. Manonood tayo. O, tingnan mo yan. Nandyan si Loki boy. My very, very guwapo nephew. Hello. And, of course, my brother. You know, my brother Alvin, no? Hi! Say hi, Loki. Say hi. Ayaw mo mag-hi? Sige. So, nasa na tayo? Diyan lang muna si Loki Boy. And of course, nandyan si Ryan Poncardas Habol. Thanks about this. Very much welcome and I really appreciate those followers and listeners natin na merong mga suggestion talaga on what to have as our topic. So, sana tayo. Again, sinasabi ko, yung kaya natin as much as possible, we don't use the oils na processed, especially unproperly labeled, kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung nilalagay nila na oil. So, avoid that. So, okay na tayo. So, next would be cholesterol. Nilagay nila lang cholesterol. So, they don't classify actually cholesterol. They identify cholesterol as separate from fat. So, cholesterol is 0. 0 cholesterol kasi naturally okay, kanto daddy, punta ka kay daddy. Nag-tantrums ang aking baby. Ayaw din niya bumaba. Dito lang siya. Ubo. So, cholesterol actually, gusto niyang kumain. Hungry. Gusto niyang kumain. So, yung cholesterol is actually by macronutrient. Isa lang sila sa ating mga oils and fats, no? Pero sineparate nila kasi it's because of the fear na ginawa ng dietary guidelines that cholesterol is bad. But we now know na cholesterol is hindi talaga ganon ka-bad. Actually, okay lang yung cholesterol as long as you don't pair it with carbohydrates. So, hello, Chloe. Thank you so much for being there. Okay ba? Nakahabol ka? Tamang-tama lang yung oras sa schedule mo ngayon. Okay, so cholesterol here is 0 because naturally, yung natural source of cholesterol lang talaga is from animal kingdom, no? So, animal products. So, kaya siguro na ito, pwede nilang sabihin that this is pure plant-based. Pwede siyang pumasok sa plant-based. Imagine that. Under siya sa plant-based kahit ganito siya ka-process. So, if you are on vegan or vegetarian, pwede kayong kumain nito. So, no restrictions. But for us who are low carbers or would like to lower down our insulin sa katawan natin through removing the inciting factor of insulin, which is the carbohydrates, as much as possible, avoid talaga to. So, cholesterol is wala. And then, nilagay nila yung sodium. And, ito yung pinaka-importante. Yung sa last is protein. So, protein is 6. So, hindi natin alam kung saan galing yung proteins nila. Proteins, most likely galing sa soy component. Kasi yung soy, yun yung mga merong protein base, but it's still, we understand that soy can be highly inflammatory also, especially for sensitive people. So, kapag tingnan mo yung kanyang ingredients, actually, sobrang dami. So, iba-iba yung ingredients for the noodles, for the seasoning, for the soy sauce, and for the oil. So, sabi nila, kapag yung ingredients ng isang bagay ay more than 5 na, no? And especially more than your fingers can count. Okay? More than your fingers can count. Sobrang process na yan. It's so unnatural already. Especially if the shelf life is so long. Kapag sobra siyang hindi nasisira. So, you can be sure that it's fully loaded with chemicals and preservatives. That is also, in the long run, alam natin, maraming side effects talaga. Okay? So, yung pinaka-importante sa nutrition facts, Ryan, I hope you're listening, would be the total carbohydrates or the carbohydrates component. So, meron niyang total carbohydrates, and then under the total carbohydrates would be the dietary fiber and sugar. Okay? So, this is where it gets tricky. Okay? So, total carbohydrates niya, 36. Okay? So, 36, di ba, per gram of carbohydrates and proteins is 4 kcal. So, 36 times 4, magkano yan? So, 3 times 4, 120, and then 132. Okay, so 132 kcal. So, mas marami ang calories that is coming from carbohydrates as compared to fats. Yung fats natin kanina, di ba, ano lang yun, 99. So, 132 plus 99. Tapos, yung remaining, sabi dito, yung protein is 6. So, 6 times 4, 24. So, yun ang tagtototal na sa ating 263 na amount ng ating kcal, no? So, yung total carbohydrate niyan, merong nakalagay na dalawa. Under niyan ay dietary fiber at ang another one would be sugar. So, sabi dito, yung dietary fiber niya is 2. And yung sugar niya is 2. So, dito madalas, yung mga hindi pa masyadong sanay sa low-carb lifestyle, akala nila safe na to kasi yung sugar, 2 lang. But mind you, sugar has different forms. Unfortunately, this food industry, ang nilalagay nila na amount of sugar is just the actual like table salt sugar, yung white sugar or brown sugar na nilalagay nila. But they don't emphasize on the idea na by biochemistry, yung katawan natin talaga, kapag kinain niya ang isang patatas na buo na walang sugar, kapag pumasok yan sa katawan natin, it will actually be processed by our body and it will become eventually blood glucose or the same way as sugar. It will not identify table sugar from starch, from potato, from like rice or wheat or bread or desserts. Lahat sila maipaprocess as glucose sa katawan natin. So, this is very important so that you know that this one is already a very good warning sign kapag nakikita mo na ang total carbohydrates ay mataas, pero yung sugar content ay mababa. So, what can you do to get the net carbs? So, for low carbers and for keto followers, no, yung mga kumakain into keto diet and into low carb, yung pinaka-importante talaga whenever we eat something is the net carbs. We have to emphasize on net carbs kasi yun yung meron tayong daily limit of net carbs, okay? It's not the limit of the total carbs, but it's the limit of the net carbs. So, for keto or strict low carb, it should be 20 grams or less per day. And for those naman who are medyo liberal, low carb, up to 50 grams of carbohydrate per day. So, eto, 1 pancit canton will give you 36 grams of total carbohydrates. Pero, since meron siyang fiber, ima-minus natin yon sa total carbohydrates. Ima-minus natin yon kasi these fibers are what we call dietary fiber or insoluble fiber, meaning hindi siya nako-convert into sugar sa katawan natin. It will just pass on. Kapag kinain natin, dadaan lang siya sa ating gastrointestinal system, sa ating stomach, small intestines, large intestines, at kakainin siya ng ating mga bacteria sa ating tiyan, at magiging part na siya ng ating poops, no? So, yun yung magbibigay siya ng bulk sa ating bowel movement. So, that's why yung fiber under the total carbohydrates, hindi mo ika-count yon. So, 36 minus 2 dietary fiber, yung net carbs actually niyan is 34. Ganon kataas yung net carbs ng isang pancit canton. Okay? So, nilagay nila, out of that 34 is pure sugar. pure sugar, yung 2. Kasi sabi dito, yung sugar is 2 eh. So, yung 2 na sugar yon, so yun, 32, but the other 32 actually will, that sugar and the other 32 na grams of carbohydrates, kapag na-process na ng katawan natin, it will still become glucose. So, ganon. So, yun yung pinaka-importante. So, that is how you compute for net carbs in nutrition facts. Kasi, hindi yan nilalagay. Only the products that are low carb and the products that are keto na labeled are the ones labeled with the actual net carbs. But for regular food products, processed food products, hindi yan na ilalagay. So, you have to know how to compute it. So, compute net carbs by subtracting, ima-minus mo yung fiber component sa total carbs na nailagay. So, okay na tayo sa pasit canton. Pwede na natin itapon kasi wala na yan. At eto, parang pareho lang din, no? So, this one, instant noodles na lomi yung flavor. Hello, Gina! Thank you so much for watching. Kamusta ang India? Gusto kong pumunta sa India, especially sa mga far-flung areas na talaga ng India. Kasi meron silang mga area doon, na mga landscape, na parang hindi sa Earth. Para akala mo para sa Mars or sa Saturn. Although hindi pa naman ako nakapunta doon. But sobrang ganda talaga. Out of this world, no? Meron akong tour guide. May pakikilala ko kayo sa susunod. Yung friend ko na si Mau. Hindi ko alam kung nanonood siya. But alam niya, kailangan niya akong i-tour doon kapag umuwi na siya. So, Sir Oni, paano yung mga Korean noodles? Jin ramen, walang subtitles. Ha! So, kung ganon, mag-internet ka na lang. Search on Google, Jin ramen, nutrition facts, English. Lalabas yan. So, lomi, eto, yung lomi, 40 grams per serving. So, tama. 40 grams ang tawag ang nakalagay sa nutrition facts. At eto, 40 grams talaga yung whole pack nito. So, out of this, yung kilocal niya is 180. Yung total fats niya would be 7. Yung saturated fats niya would be 4. Pero, meron na namang 0 trans fat. So, ano na naman yung 3 grams na yon na anong klaseng fats kaya yon? Hindi natin alam. So, baka yun yung mga fats na mga hindi masyadong healthy. Hindi natin alam. Kasi, yung sabi dito, sa kanilang, ang dami-dami na namang ingredients. So, more than mga 50 siguro to. Mga 50 kinds yung ingredients niya. Again, vegetable oil na naman. So, mga ganyan. So, since merong mga saturated fats, unsaturated fats, polysaturated fats, maraming types na yan. So, as much as possible, we would like to make our fat as healthy as possible. Pwede cholesterol are actually healthy, saturated fats, and monounsaturated fats like olive oil. Okay? So, yung iba, never mind na lang. So, eto, yung sodium, yung cholesterol niya is 5. Yung total carbs niya is 24. Yung dietary fiber niya is 2. Tapos, yung sugar niya is 4. Sige, kayong mag-compute daw. I-compute nyo. Kung merong total carbohydrates na 24, merong dietary fiber na 2, at merong sugar na 4, magkano yung net carbs ng isang pack nito? Okay? Ulit. So, total carbohydrates would be 24. Yung dietary fiber is 2, tapos may sugar na 4. Magkano ang kanyang net carbs? Okay? Sagot. So, kung sino makakasagot dyan? Si Ryan. Makakasagot na ba si Ryan? Anong answer mo, Ryan? Para tingnan natin kung marunong na. Kasi kung hindi pa marunong, ulitin na naman natin ulit. So, ulitin natin yan kung hindi makakasagot. So, please answer if you know the answer. If you have a total carbohydrates of 24, no? At saka may dietary fiber na 2 and sugar na 4. So, Marcia Lopez, thank you so much for answering. Tama, 22. Actually, pagulo lang talaga. Pagulo. Tama na. Huwag mo nang i-change yung answer mo. Tama na yung 22. Yung 18, kapag hindi mo isinali yung sugar. Kasi yung sugar, pang pagulo lang yan. Because actually, the rest of those will become sugar. But meron silang mga pangpagulo na sugar. 26, inad mo pa, Irene, hindi. So, dapat yung total carbohydrate siya na yung pinakamataas na amount of carbohydrates. Ima-minus mo lang dyan yung fiber. Okay? So, you deduct the 2 na fiber. So, 24 minus 2 lang is 22. So, 22 yung net carbs. Eto, ilagyan ko para mas tricky, no? Ilang percent ng 40 grams ang 22? So, kailangan ko na i-compute yan. How many percentage? So that malaman natin kung gaano ka grabe yung amount ng carbohydrates per pack na ito. Okay? So, kung imaginein mo, no, 22 net carbs per piece. So, if your limit is only 20 grams of net carbs per day, so sobrang taas na ng carb content na ito. So, hindi ko ma-access yung ko. Sino makakompute dyan? 22 divided by 40 para malaman natin, and then times 100 para malaman natin ang percentage ng carbohydrates na neto na calorie content na coming from carbohydrates. 22 divided by 40 grams times 100. Sino may calculator dyan? Sorry, Doc, may napindot akong mali. Okay naman dito sa Curryland, Doc. I love curry. Meron talaga akong time na nagka-crave ako ng mga Indian foods. Basta, wala lang yung mga rice. Okay, hindi ko na-deduct yung fiber. At nag-add ka pa ng sugar. Naku! So, okay, no? So, yung tamang answer doon is 22. So, sino magkakakompute dyan? So, okay, so medyo na, ng content, no? So, okay na. So, sino ang makaka-compute dyan? 22 divided by 40 times 100. So, yun yung amount of percent. 55%! Wow! So, 55% ito, more than 50% ng total calories na manggagaling dito will be coming from carbohydrates. That's why it will induce insulin spike talaga. Kasi parang puro-puro yung pagkain mo. Thank you so much for computing. Hindi ko talaga na-compute, pero parang gano'n naman. More than half. And of course, ito yung used to be favorite, no? So, per 32 grams or 2 tablespoon, 2 kutsara nito would already give you 190 calories. Sabi dito, total fat is 16. 16 yung total fat. Saturated fat is 3 grams. Yung questionable dito, 16 grams minus 3 grams is 13 grams. Out of that 16, merong 13 grams na unknown kind of fat. So, tingnan, by the time na meron ka ng unknown kind of fats, dyan mo na titingnan yung ingredients. So, roasted peanuts, sugar, no na yan. Eto, hydrogenated vegetable oil. Open close parenthesis, cottonseed oil, soybean oil, rapeseed oil. Sobrang very processed, highly inflammatory oil. So, eto talaga sila. And yun yung basic component niya. So, yan siguro, kasi roasted nuts has a little part talaga na saturated oil. So, baka ito yung saturated fats na nakalagay dyan na 3 grams. But, the rest actually is a very bad types of fats. And they say na in biochemistry, it will take 60 days, yes, about 2 months before mawawala sa system mo yung mga processed oils na yan. Hindi siya easily na co-convert into energy, hindi rin siya na hindi rin siya na burn as heat or kung ano man. Nagstastagnate lang siya at nagkakos siya ng oxidative stress, meaning nagkakos siya ng damage sa cells natin. So that's why as much as possible, if we want to go as clean as possible, we have to avoid all of these, okay? Ryan, nood lang muna ako. Thank you, Ryan. Sure, marami namang tumutulong sa ating mag-compute. Maraming salamat. Ray Arjin and Daisy. Salamat. O, baka full na daw yung memory. I'm not sure if magpapatuloy pa to. So, cholesterol 0, trans fat 0, total carbohydrate niyan is 6 grams, okay? And then, yung dietary fiber niya is 2. Tapos, total sugar niya 3. May nilagay pang includes 3 grams of added sugar. So, mga lang yan, pampakonfuse lang yan. But whenever you see this, 6 grams total carbohydrates, yung kailangan mo lang talaga gawin is i minus yung total fiber, dietary fiber. So, 6 minus 2 is actually 4. So, 4 grams of net carbs per 2 kutsarang ng ganitong peanut butter. So, okay lang sana if you're only thinking of the carbohydrate content. But since nakita natin that it's full of processed oils, hydrogenated vegetable oil, cottonseed oil, soybean, rapeseed oil, wag na lang. You are better off buying raw peanuts, pwede mong i-bake, or pwede mo siyang i-roast with homemade, no? Or kung meron dyan na coconut oil talaga, so that you'll know you're safe, okay? So, yung iba, meron tayong anong ibang pagkain natin dito. So, ito yung mga nakita ko sa pantry ng old occupant dito. So, eto. Tingnan mo, papuntang expiration na Feb 12, 2021. Hindi ko alam kung gano'n siya katagal dyan. So, this one, serving size is 32 grams. Ilan sa inyo ang nakakaubos ng isang ganito noon, before, no? Isang sitting lang nakakaubos nito. Ako, I think mauubos ko to. Masarap talaga to kung sa lasa lang. That's why yung masama sa mga ganitong mga pagkain, they taste so good, they're affordable, tapos ang daling i-keep, at sobrang sarap pa, kaya nakaka-addict talaga. So, it really pays for us to know how dangerous eating this, para yun yung magiging motivation natin to say no to all of these things. So, more than 2 years na akong hindi nakakain ng ganito. I stopped eating this when I discovered low carb and fasting. At so far, ngayon lang kami nagkita ulit. And don't worry, hindi ko siya bubuksan. So, vegetable oil na naman. Pero, nilagay niya dito, palm and coconut oil. So, that's good. However, meron siyang wheat flour, sugar, malt extract, skimmed milk, glucose syrup, whey powder, at kung ano-ano pa, leavening agent, bicarbonate, at kung ano-ano pa na merong mga preservatives. So, we have to look at the nutrition facts. 32 grams serving. So, ang laki ng pack na ito is 127. So, actually, isang pakete pala nito is 4 servings na. So, supposedly, kapag kumain ka nito, dapat 4 times? Or divide by 4 para makuha mo yung, yung kanyang component. So, homemade peanut butter is better. Yes, of course, homemade peanut butter is better. But, of course, in general, peanuts in general are under our caution. Meron tayong food list at yung peanuts, kasama siya sa caution kasi you can easily overeat them and go beyond our 20 gram or 50 gram limit per day kasi it's very, very starchy, no? Masyado siyang malaman and it's full of, although it has proteins, but it's also high in carbohydrates. So, if you have to do homemade peanut butter, limit lang din. 1 to 2 tablespoons siguro in a day or per serving. Basta wag lumampas sa ating total carb limit, no? So, saturated fats, 9. Total fats is 9. Saturated fat is 6. Okay? And yung cholesterol is 4. So, yung dito, meron na lang 3 grams na fats na not accounted for. But since nilagay niya na palm oil and coconut oil, I think yung palm oil, hindi siya pure saturated oil. Meron siyang part na polyunsaturated oil, yung palm oil. Kaya hindi siya pure na 6 grams. But it's a good thing na hindi na nilagay nila na kahit vegetable fat yung nilagay nila, at least palm and coconut. Although it could have been best if pure coconut na lang. Pero I think it has something to do with economy kasi yung palm oil is less expensive. Mas mura siya kaysa sa coconut oil, okay? So, yung total carbohydrate niya, 19 per, sabi natin 1/4 lang, no? Kasi 4 servings daw yung isang pakete nito. So, 19 grams, dietary fiber, 0, sugar, 0. So, ilan ang total net carbs nito? Sige, hula. Total carbohydrates, 19 grams. Dietary fiber, 0. Sugar, 4. Question, magkano ang net carbs nito? Okay? Sige. Sino? Reyes Salamanca. Sige. Anong Mia? Nauubos mo ito? Ako din. Nauubos ko. Masarap kasi para siyang, yung lasa niya tulad ng, yung isang product na imported na cheese din yung laman. Yung ganito, yung circle na meron sa loob. Cheryl Gazundo Cruz, 19 total carbohydrates, dietary fiber 0, sugar 4 grams. Answer is 19. Very good. Kasi wala siyang fiber. So, lahat actually ng carbohydrates dito ay mako-convert into sugar. That's why it's a very, very no-no. So, kahit okay pa yung oil content nito because it's using coconut oil and a part of this is palm oil. But if you are taking these oils together with carbohydrates, hindi pa rin maganda. Because instead of using those fats as energy, hindi na yan mangyayari because of insulin increase. The moment na may increase na yung insulin mo, again, magkakaroon ng pag-stop ng fat burning mode because your body will be on fat conservation mode. Isa-save lang niya lahat ng taba sa katawan natin. Either itatambak niya sa ating hips, sa ating kamay, sa ating chan, sa ating belly, sa ating legs, or magsa-stock siya sa blood vessels mo, which is even more dangerous, especially yung mga hindi tumataba. Okay? What else do we have here? So, we have this iced tea. So, meron na din, oh. Hindi pa siya expired. Okay, so, this one, serving size, 5 grams. No? 5 grams daw yung serving size. So, ang isang ganito is 25 grams. So, dapat hati kayong 5 dito, ha? So, per 5 grams, yung total energy, yung nakalagay dito, hindi calories, but energy na naman yung ginamit nila. Yes, Rhea, alam na alam mo. Diba, pareho sila ng lasa, but wag na tayong magpaloko. Wag na tayong bumalik doon, okay? Yan talaga yung sarap niya. Tulad, siya lang yung local brand, nakatulad niya yung lasa. But nag-graduate na tayo, total alam na natin yung lasa niya, hindi na natin kailangan balikan. Okay? So, congrats to us. So, energy is 20. So, 20, tingnan natin kung saan galing. So, fat, 0. So, walang saturated fat, walang trans fat, wala rin cholesterol. At meron lang siyang 4.8 or almost 5 grams of carbohydrates, of which is 4 grams yung sugar. At saka meron pa siyang nilagay talaga na dietary fiber na 0.03 dietary fiber. So, kung OC kayo, sige, compute nyo yan. Pero, it is somewhat safe to say na it is all made up of sugar. Okay? So, yung iba, kung gusto talagang ipasok to sa kanilang budget, pwede naman if you want, no? Kuha kayo, timpla kayo nito, isang 1 liter, kuha kayo, i-divide nyo into 5, tapos yung isang baso, i-distribute nyo during the day para meron kayong inumin. Okay? So, it's up to you kung paano nyo i-budget. But again, this is sugar that is empty calories, meaning it doesn't have any nutrients with it. Pure calories lang talaga. So, if you want to have some carbohydrate, make sure it is nutrient dense, no? So, nutrient dense sources of carbohydrates would be vegetables, no? Green leafy vegetables, including talong, okra, tomato, cucumber, ano pa ba? Green and yellow bell peppers or red bell peppers, pwede din. And what else do we have? Wala na, yun na yan. So, yun ang parating asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, mga vegetables growing above ground at yung mga hindi starchy vegetables. Okay? So, last, meron tayong milk. So, this is a full cream milk. Kapag bumili kayo ng hindi full cream milk, kahit fresh milk pa yan, mas marami yung carbohydrate content as compared to full cream milk. So, full cream milk will actually have the least amount of sugar. And mind you, minsan, meron dyan tinatawag na walang sugar, no? Sinasabi nito minsan na wala silang nilalagay na eto, yung total carbohydrates niya is 4.8. Anyway, alam na natin lahat dyan. So, full cream milk, so mataas actually yung, meron siyang mga ganyan. More than 3.8, 3.5%, meaning it's full cream milk talaga. So, yung total fat niya dito is 3.6, meron siyang cholesterol na 12, which is hindi nila nilagay under the fats. para separate siya. And yung total carbohydrates niya is 4.8 per 100 ml. So, this is a 1 liter pack. So, 100 ml, mga kalahating baso yan, or half cup, no? Less than half cup actually. So, imaginein mo kung gaano ka-konti yun. So, this one, meron siyang 4.8, no? So, that's why yung full cream milk, medyo pasok yan. Pasok yan sa low carb kapag may budget mo ng mahusay. Kasi, yung definition natin ng mga pagkain na low carb is yung mga pagkain na per 100 grams ay meron lang 5 grams or less yung carbs, okay? Yes, tama yan, Josette M. Lenhenyo. No, yung most sugar ng milk is from lactose. Lactose, yun yung sugar form na nasa milk, naturally found in milk. So, that's why, yung iba, nilalagay dito, zero sugar. Zero sugar, pero zero fiber din, pero meron siyang total carbohydrates, say, for example, 20 or 15. So, magtatanong ka, anong klaseng sugar yon? Basta milk, usually, it's lactose. So, lactose is a form of sugar. So, yung mga tao na iba na hindi makatolerate kumain ng milk, so, na uminom ng milk, so, yung tinatawag nating lactose intolerant. So, it's okay. Dahil actually, by nature, no, sa totoo lang, yung milk talaga, hindi talaga siya part ng human adult diet. Pang baby lang siya. And pang supplement lang siya sa mga baby kapag wala talagang breast milk yung mom. But supposedly, yung mothers are actually, can feed their baby, can feed their young, full feeding up to 6 months. Yung iba nga, I know friends of mine, no, until 4 years old na yung anak nila, nagbe-breastfeed pa din. Although, not exclusive na. So, we are promoting breastfeeding as a major food for newborn babies up to 6 months and as a primary supplemental feeding for babies, no. Kung wala ng breast milk, hindi kailangan bumili actually ng mga processed milks na sobrang mahal at fully loaded lang din with sugar. They are better off eating real food. Pwedeng kung anong kinakain ng mga matatanda, manok, baboy, isda, fish, vegetables. Actually, pwede nang kumain ng baby niyan. Pahinay-hinay lang. You slowly introduce it as long as you mash it or blender mo or palambutin ng masyado. Kayang-kaya na yan ng 6 months old and up na baby. So, yes, tama yan, Josette. 4.8 grams of the sugar that is in this full cream milk is actually from lactose. And lastly, ito yung parang nakakalito. Kaya lang it's it's Italian, Europe siya na labeling. So hindi siya common sa atin. Yung nakalagay dito, this is pure coffee beans. And coffee beans, alam natin, 0 calorie siya. At hindi naman kasi natin kinakain yung coffee beans. What we take is the extract. Binoboil lang natin. So, this actually will not apply. Kasi alam natin, as long as hindi siya processed beans, wala siyang addition like, for example, yung mga addition na mga hazelnut, mga kung ano-anong caramel flavor, at kung ano-anong mga syrup na flavor, alam natin is pure beans. So, nakalagay dito, per 100 grams, 307 kcal, meron siyang fat na 7.8 grams, meron siyang, out of that, 7.8, 3.3 grams niya ay saturated, hindi na rin nakalagay kung ano, yung extra. Sa carbohydrate niya, nilagay niya 12 grams, pero yung fiber niya is 55 grams. So, it doesn't apply kung anong ginawa natin na minus or else magiging negative siya. But, it is safe to say that per gram nito ay wala talaga because it's mostly full of fiber. At saka since we are just boiling this, ginagawa natin siyang parang we brew this. So with brewing, you don't actually get any calories. You just get the coffee extract, the caffeine in there, and the flavor in there. So this one, it doesn't apply. So be careful. But what we taught you, yung diniscuss natin a while ago, is the generic way of understanding and labeling and understanding the labels, food labels and nutrition facts of food products. So, if meron pa kayong tanong, feel free to do so. Klaro na ba? Okay na ba yung exercises natin? Or do you want to have another form of exercise? Kaya lang, wala na akong food products dito eh. Yun lang talaga yung nakita ko. Ay, meron pa lang. Ay, kinuha na ata ni Loki. kinuha na ni Loki yung food dito na hindi sana para sa kanya. So, yun yung importance natin. So, it is important that you understand kung anong effect ng extra carbohydrates at saka yung carbohydrates na lumalagpas sa ating daily carbohydrate intake na limit of 20 to 50 grams per day. So, if you want to lose more weight or if you want to heal, no, hindi ka lang basta-basta on maintenance na, meron ka pang goal na gustong i-achieve when it comes to your health and wellness, no, better stick to lower calories, no. Well, lower calories when it comes to carbohydrate, okay? And if you are already maintaining and you're at the top of your health, wala ka nang kahit anong problema, nag-exercise ka pa, you can actually go for liberal na 50 grams max out. For others nga na meron talagang fully fat adapted na, they can easily switch on and off from sugar as a source of energy and then transforming fats na naman as a source of energy. But that is already for the pros, no? Especially those who are really very athletic or are incorporating regular exercise in their day-to-day lives, as in religiously talaga. So if you can commit with that, you can also enjoy or at least savor a little extra carbs every now and then. But as always, alam natin, as much as possible, it's better for us to stay low carb. So, again, yun lang yung pinaka-gist natin ngayon. For Monday, we already have a topic as suggested also by our dearest EJ, no? We will have another supplement because as you know, I'm currently on my rehab, no? On my 10th day na ba? 10th day? 9th day of rehabilitation when it comes to sugar addiction. So, I will tell you what I did. Kasi I feel like I already succeeded this 2 years ago. And I plan to go back kasi meron parang excuse, no, that COVID happened in 2020 and disrupted our norm, our routine, and I wish to maintain this, go back to that sugar-free life, sweet-free life, because the healthiest life would be the sweetest life will be the healthiest life, even if it's sweet-free or sugar-free. And of course, for those naman who are fond of eating keto sweets, no, if you don't want to remove sweets in your life, if it's not causing any damage sa health nyo, sa mental health nyo, then well and good. But for me, recently, I realized na hindi talaga siya okay sa akin, no. I have this daily battle kung kakain ako or hindi. But if it's just a constant no, things are actually somewhat easier. So, yun yung topic natin this coming Monday on mga strategies on how to quit sugar for good. So, merong mga quit sugar summit or sweet-free life or sugar-free life, zero sugar life, no? So, if you want or if you're interested, kahit hindi man kayo sugar addict, but interested or want to cut on carbs and sweets, even if under low carb and keto diet, I hope to see you this Monday. So, as always, yung sinasabi natin parate, fast as long as you can, and if you do it, please stay low carb so that you will stay safe. Maraming salamat po to each and everyone. Happy Friday and have a blessed and productive weekend ahead. Kasi bukas, maaga pa ako because we will have a medical mission in the indigent communities in Calatrava, in the mountainous part of Negros Occidental, and I hope to see you. And thank you so much, Ryan, for this, and Rhea Salamanca, Sir Norwin, and everyone else. Bye-bye! Salamat, Daisy!